What up, party people? aka Assalamualaikum. I don't know why I wanted to start off with that, but it's been like in my head. Okay, so today I wanted to do a review of Faraz, which is a brand founded by Jasmine Faraz. She's a hijabi influencer. I think maybe like mainly on Instagram, but I think she's also delving into YouTube, which is fun. Genuinely do feel interested in like relatability in her content. She was one of like the first influencers I saw that was hijabi Muslim. So I feel like I already kind of was relating and interested in her, and then I was influenced to buy like her online because she cares about modest fashion. Like she was a fashion influencer kind of, I think, so I feel like she knew fashion. A lot of the things that she puts out she wears herself and she looks so good, mashallah. But then again, like we have very different body types, so I don't know how it will look on me, but I want to try some out. After Eid, I was just kind of on like a little spree, a shopping spree, I don't know why, for no reason. Even though I don't normally buy many things anymore, I just mostly thrift. I try not to support any retailers. Obviously, like the small retailers, small businesses with ethical practices are so expensive. So this purchase has been something I've been thinking of making for a long time, and like a lot of her collections that had came out I like, but I'm just like I couldn't stomach the price, and then it had been so long since I had shopped that I just broke when this collection came out after Eid. I justified it to myself as an Eid purchase, and also if they fit well, I think it could be good for work, and I'm about to start going in person again, so this was like a lot of the justifications going on in my head. All of that to say, I am trying out a few pieces from Faraz today. I thought it'd be fun to do a little mini review. I ordered them a long time ago, so I'm not exactly sure. I have my phone to check. Before I start like opening it up, I did want to say the shipping was really quick, considering I think these ship from the UAE because that's where she's based. I was expecting this would ship within like 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. I think their like website says like 8 to 9 business days, basically like 2 weeks, and it came within a week. It was very, very quick, so I was very impressed by that. Everything came in one bag, which is nice. Let's get started. Okay, so I think I got 2 sets. Yeah, they don't have the name on the package, which would have been nice, but like still, like everything is individually wrapped, nice, whatever. I think this was the first set, and then I'm guessing this is the second set, and then I think I just got one of their basic, because I think layering pieces are really good to have, especially for the summer, especially for a work wardrobe. Gotten a few from Amazon. They're like fine, they're, you know, it's whatever, but if I could support someone from our community, I feel like it's better. I'm sure they're better quality, so let's see, let's try these on. So the first thing I got was this long sleeve basic. Interestingly, it's not a bodysuit, which all of the basics that I have from Amazon are. I was wondering about that because they don't say it, they didn't show it specifically on the website. It has a very peculiar scent. It smells kind of minty, but I've never had clothes come in smelling like this before, so that's so funny. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but anyways. Then we have the start of the first set. Okay, so I got this color. Thought it looked so pretty. This is the skirt. I am into skirts for summer. The fabric feels very light, very breathable. I mean, I'm not an expert on stitching or anything like that, but looks like it's well sewn. I don't see anything out of place. The inside fabric it feels a little bit softer than the outside fabric, so that's nice as well. This color is really pretty. And then to make the set whole, I have the little matching button up, which is also long sleeve, same fabric. Inside's also like the same satin, which is really nice. I am excited about this. This might be like my first return to office day. Normally I've seen her style it on her website and on her Instagram when she wears it open, and then she has like a basic shirt underneath. So this, I think I'll try both. Okay, so the other thing I got was the knit belted cardigan and relaxed fit pants. That one, by the way, was the flowy button up in emerald and also the flowy maxi skirt in emerald. Okay, so this is the cardigan. It looks like a pretty color. It's like a very muted sage green. Green is kind of, I guess, like a little bit of a calling right now. I don't know why. I've never been a green girl in my life. I really like the feeling of this. It's stretchy, but I really like the feeling of it in terms of it feels like kind of thick, but not too thick. Luckily, in New York right now, we're actually hitting like a cold front, so maybe I could wear this. Otherwise, I think I'd be out of season for this already, but I'm excited to try it. And then these were the pants. So the pants also look pretty good quality. They feel good. They feel the same. Like I said, I'm not an expert on stitching, but stitching looks okay. I got everything in a size medium because that's my normal size, so I didn't check the size chart, which could like that could be on me, but we'll see. And then I also lastly got these magnets. You might know I'm like a sucker for magnets. I like to test them out. In my opinion, the Vella ones are the strongest ones I've seen so far. I've tried Hot Hijab, I've tried the Build Collection ones, I've tried I think also the Foil Chic ones, and I like the Vella ones the most. So those are like my standard. These look kind of similar, which I know doesn't mean anything, but just curious to see how strong they are. So I guess let's try everything on. Now I'm gonna switch to somewhere else. I haven't decided because it's my first time, and in this location, and let's try some things on. Okay, so I'm switching to a different layout. This is probably gonna change the like alignment, but I feel like this would be this is good so you can see the bottoms as well. Yeah, let's get started. So here's everything. I think what makes the most sense is to start with the basic because then everything else can go on top. So that's the first thing I'm gonna try out. So my thoughts on this is that this is very form hugging, like a very stretchy tight kind of, it's an interesting material. I feel like it's compressing the arm. You can see there's a bit of a shine. It's almost giving me like wetsuit vibes, but thinner, like very thin. The neckline is very small and tight, which is a bit problematic putting it on. But once I got it on, like I think the reason for that is it's gonna give you good neck coverage. Like I'm gonna bring my necklace out and not be worried. I don't think it's see-through, but I think the reflectiveness of it is kind of strange, like around the bust or any area you might be concerned about showing through. I mean, in general, but it's definitely long enough. I could push it to go all the way down here past my hips, but very tight kind of look always gets me because I feel like you have to have a very flat stomach in mid. Like I would show you if I was not trying to be modest, but it's like really hugging on to like every one of my lumps and bumps. So I don't think it wasn't intended to be that way, but I don't really like it. Maybe I was just in the market for the wrong thing when I bought this. The shininess of it is kind of weird, to be honest. Like that's a bit weird. That gives me pause. Like it does definitely give off more of a wetsuit vibe then. But yeah, I'm not loving it on its own. Let's just see how it is as the layering piece. That's what it's going to be for me. It will never be a wear on its own piece because it's so tight, but we'll see. So let's just start with the cardigan. This was the knit belted cardigan. Okay, so here is the little suit on all together. I think it's kind of cute. I think with like your scarf covering your midsection plus like these pants tucking you in a little bit, then it's not as bad. Like definitely these are looser. It's not form fitting. Let's try with the belt on. I don't know about this, to be honest. I don't know about this. It feels nice and heavy on. I just don't know about the look of it. Like I think that's partially just because of my body type. Like maybe it's probably better open, but I don't know. Like it's obviously not jeans, so there's like no sucking you in your stomach, and I feel like a bit conscious because of that. Could just be again a me problem and a preference for having things pulled in. I guess I could achieve that with shapewear or anything like that, but I don't know. There's just like something about it that's a little bit off. I think also because this is like cinched in to give you elasticity, I think the way they've done it is a little bit odd. If you can see here, it's like kind of juts out like in places. So that I feel like is kind of like creating bumps here, if you can see, like along the waistband. I don't like that very much, but the quality feels really nice. Having it on my body, I don't feel cold at all. I feel very secure. Just checking to see the back. Very modest back as well. Like it's not like form hugging in the back. It's nice. Maybe it's just not for my body type, or maybe I just am not used to this kind of a look. That's something I always think about when seeing her like try on her designs or when she shows her designs, is that she has like mashallah like a very skinny body, so she doesn't have to like any of these problems. Whenever I even see her, I'm thinking like, yeah, it probably wouldn't look as good on me, like style like that, because my body shape is different. So I think it'd be really nice if she maybe was talking with a couple of mid-sized people, like medium for people who are larger sized people, to see their perspectives on like what silhouettes and what shapes look good on them. But it's nice. Like I can't knock it, but I don't love it. It also has the smell by like a bit, like a little bit deflated, but let's keep going. Let's try the flowy set. Maybe this is more up my speed, what I want. So okay, so I think we all know this hijab is not going with it. Like probably wear black. Here's this on. It's definitely looser, like in terms of the modesty, giving what I was looking for. Let me just try it unbuttoned. Maybe I'll like it better that way, because that's how she tends to wear it. Okay, yeah, there's just something about this as well that's a bit off. Let me try like a little knot here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can't really do that very well either. I don't know. Let's just go back to the single button. I think it would have been nice if this was collared, so like you could flip it out, because if it's just kind of straight, it looks a bit weird. Like when you have one button, it just looks still like everything is buttoned. If there was like a bit of a collar and like this was turned outward, then it would look, I think, maybe a bit better, like just with a single button. I don't know. Fabric is good. Very modest, obviously. Just, I don't know. I don't think it's her fault, but I definitely feel like there's a bit of a bias of like what silhouettes fit small body type, or maybe it's just I'm insecure about what things look good on me. But I personally just think these kinds of styles do not accentuate. I know we shouldn't be calling our body types fruit, but like pear shape or like oval shaped people, people with like bigger midsections, I just think all of these are like the antithesis of the things we would want to be highlighted in our clothes. And I've kind of touched on this in the past, but I feel like with modest clothing and being a hijabi and whatever, there's already a bit of insecurity and discomfort just being who you are in a non-Muslim country. So I want my clothes, my hijab, my style to just elevate me and make me feel more comfortable and confident. And if they're kind of bringing me down further, it's not good for me. Maybe like I'm thinking about it like maybe as a separate, like with pants. I really like the skirt. The skirt is nice because like I can almost do a full like 45-degree lift on my leg. There's like a lot of room in it. It's not very tight and constricting, which is nice and modest. And for that same reason, it's like not hugging the backside. But altogether, there's just something off here. Something is missing. I think this is like the closest I could get to styling it where it looks flattering on me. Kind of like a tie up. I don't know how I feel about the back still being covered then. Like, let me see if I tuck it in. Yeah, even if I tuck it in, I feel like it looks kind of weird. I don't know. Like, I just don't think these are things that are necessarily flattering for my body type. I will say, like, the good thing about the bodysuit being like compressing and tight is that my sleeves are big. It's still covering. Let me just see if how it looks tucked in. Okay, I think that looks a bit better actually. Maybe that's the way I would have to wear it, like tucked. But again, it would have been really nice if this was like a collar so I could properly like pop it out without it flopping back. Yeah, maybe that. Like, that's kind of cute with the skirt. Definitely something I'll have to tweak and like work on, but just not the most flattering. And obviously, if you have to work for your clothing, it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, they should be working for you. But we'll see. I mean, I want to support a Muslim in the space. As we know, ironically, fashion is a male-dominated area, so I love to support women. Love to support Muslim women doing things ethically and sustainably. So I'm very proud of her. I hope for her all the best. My only piece of feedback would be to please consider your mid and larger sized women and what shapes and silhouettes are flattering on them, because I think there may be a bit of a bias on what looks good on you, which, no offense, like, your body's a blank canvas. Everything will look good on you. Our bodies, or my body, and like people who are my size and up, our bodies are not a blank canvas. We have things to account for. So just consider it. Like, that would be great if you could just think of some styles that have, like, silhouettes that are still modest, but like that offer some more control on the stomach, or maybe cinch in a little bit at the waist, but then go back out. Those styles tend to be more flattering. Like, these are just my opinions. I'm sure you have women in your life who you could ask. I don't even know if she's watching this. Obviously, it's like a big assumption. But yeah, congratulations to Jasmine on her brand. I hope all the best for it. Allah Mubarak. But I would love it if you could just consider us medium and plus sized women in your design. But I love the colors. Everything seems to be getting sold out, so good for you. Mashallah. I like your magnet. And I guess that's the end of it. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know how we feel about this angle. Like, I haven't done stand up try on, I think, in a long while. So I don't really know how we feel about this angle or this look, how the sound will be, especially because I'm in like a new area. Everything is to be determined, up to change, like, will change. But if you have any feedback on this, you, the viewer, let me know. Thank you. Bye.